Hi everyone, Caroline here. Do you love the sun? Do you love working with the energies of the sun? We all know that the sun gives us life. It nurtures us, it supports us, it warms us up and strengthens our lives in many ways. The sun is such a powerful energy, and its powerful impact can be felt physically and also spiritually. And there are so many people and so many traditions that really focus on sun gazing as a healing modality. But this video is not about sun gazing. This is about something else. So if you're one of those people who don't feel like you're comfortable being here on earth because you don't feel like you belong here for whatever reason, and I know a lot of people go through this process, especially when the process of awakening and ascension begins to happen, they kind of feel like they belong on another planet. Or if you're one of those people who don't feel safe and you live in fear of other people who don't look like you, or even if you're one of those people who don't feel safe at home or at work or in any location that you consider to be hostile, this video will be helpful for you, and especially if you love the sun and if you love to work with the energy of the sun. So anyway, today I'm going to share with you a technique that you can use to interact with the energy of the sun in a way that makes you feel safe with yourself here on earth and with other human beings in any environment here on earth, and also with all living beings that exist here on planet earth. Okay, there are some things that you hear about them and you apply them, and when you begin to see how the effects are on the earth because you applied that type of wisdom that has been learned from generations to generations, and by some good luck it comes into your life experience and your knowledge, you feel so blessed. So I really want to start or continue to share these types of things, because who knows what type of thing can really help someone move on to the next level of evolution in their lives in a positive way. So I'm going to share this with you. Okay, anyway, we all know that the sun is a powerful energy that connects us all in this physical realm. The sun faces the earth and it shines and radiates its energy towards the earth, and because it does this, it impacts all human beings, all animals, all living things on the planet. So because the sun has that capacity to connect all of us together, all living beings together, it energetically activates within us a reminder that humans, animal, plants, and all living creatures are connected at the most basic level and can be safe and comfortable and not live in fear of each other, because on earth we are all physical beings and we can all connect with each other, earth to earth, human to human, physical being to physical being. Anyway, it's always interesting for me to see how animals and plants feel comfortable here on earth, and it's because they also breathe in the sun. I'm sure no one has ever seen any plant or any animal that does not feel comfortable being here on earth. It's just amazing to observe. And this love of being comfortable here on earth is not the same feeling that some people have in this life experience, because some people usually feel that they don't belong. Even I remember at some point in my life, before I started my awakening process, I used to be one of those people who really felt disconnected from the earth. I never felt comfortable being here. I used to feel like I didn't belong, but this has all changed because of so many other things that have happened in the interim, including me working with the energies of the sun and the grounding energies of the crystals to really find my place in this particular life experience. Anyway, if you don't feel comfortable being here on earth, or you're afraid of other people, or if you're one of those people who doesn't feel comfortable at work or even in your home environment, or even if you're one of those people who don't feel comfortable going to a specific location or passing through a specific route, like for example, if you're a runner like me, maybe there's some specific routes that you are afraid to pass through, either because of the time or because of specific situations. And for someone like me who runs in the morning, I'm usually afraid to run in the dark, especially because I'm afraid that maybe a snake would be crawling on the path as I run by, and that is my worst nightmare. So I'm usually using this specific strategy that I want to share with you guys to really get myself through to the other side of my experience. So whatever it is, I'm going to share with you a very fun and easy technique that you can use, and you will notice most of the time that there's an immediate result or an immediate change after this process has been applied. Okay, so the first thing to do with this process, which I call the technique of the sun and the breath, is to visualize an image of the sun. You don't have to look at the sun directly, just visualize it. Picture it in your mind's eye. Bring that powerful, bright energy of the sun in your mind's eye. And this should be easy for all of us to do, since most of us have seen the sun anyway. So just close your eyes and picture the sun. Imagine it. Don't look. And once you have done that, blow lightly out of your mouth. Lightly, not strongly, like this. And picture your breath going through the sun in the direction of whatever it is that has been causing you to feel unsafe and uncomfortable here on earth. So if you are working in a work environment that is hostile, blow lightly in the direction of the sun and see your breath mingling with the sun and the sun's energy reaching out and touching that workspace, touching the people in that environment. Your breath connecting with the powerful energy of the sun that activates that feeling of we are one, we are safe, we are comfortable, we are taken care of. That powerful sun energy that activates warmth within us. Picture your breath, your life force connecting with the sun's warming energies, and allow the sun's energy to purify that situation so that by the time it reaches that home, by the time it reaches that work environment, by the time it reaches your heart, by the time it reaches the path that you usually walk on, by the time that breath and that sun energy reaches the path of that space where there are people that you don't like or that you're afraid of, the energy has been purified. And when you walk through, you feel so much better. I tell you, I have noticed that just by sending my breath through the sun into an environment, I have noticed how people change, how situations change. So by the time I arrive, I'm just like, how y'all doing? You know what I mean? Because everything changes and it becomes so marvelous. And you know, I am just so grateful that I got this kind of information. It might seem simple to some people, or it might seem like it's nothing to some people, but I tell you, the power of intention combined with all these spiritual tools and energies that we have work. And let me tell you, even if you're afraid of a dog, for example, if there's a dog that's always barking at you or chasing you down the street or whatever, or a dog that doesn't like you, you can use the power of your breath. Just close your eyes and blow lightly through the sun and just allow that sun energy to commingle with your breath and allow that breath and sun power to fall on that animal. I tell you, you will notice a difference. And if you don't notice any different, just take the necessary precautions and try again next time, right? It all takes practice, 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 practice in all these things until you get it. Okay. Anyway, crystal lovers and awakened beings, test and see how this process works for you. Once you have closed your eyes and used your breath and projected it towards the sun energy and allowed it to land where it needs to land so that it can drive out all those fears, all that discomfort, all those feelings of insecurity within yourself and insecurity with others, when you allow that purifying energy to go through, just observe what happens after the fact and see for yourself how much more connected you are within yourself here on earth, how much more comfortable you are here on earth and with other people, and also how much the situations that you find yourself in are transformed as a result of the energy that you are allowing to come through you and through the support of the powerful sun. So after you have tested this, let me know what your experience is. And until next time, I love you guys, and let's keep the magic going.